Previously on Hate to Pylon.
I think Josh Rosen could be the XFL MVP. I do like that swag that you got. That's interesting.
It's the newest line in Hate to Pylon apparel.
The XFL could be a perfect opportunity to really get tape out and to kind of hopefully rewrite the narrative. And I think Josh Rosen is that perfect candidate.
The Rosen one, Chosen Rosen. I think he just got done dirty.
I think a Last Chance U baseball. I don't know if they got that for baseball, but that'd be interesting. I think what would be really awesome is to do a Last Chance U documentary, but with the XFL. If you want to be a Chunky Boy, you want to join the Chunky Boy movement, let us know that you want these Chunky Boy shirts, and we can make it happen. You know, a Chunky Boy summer. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, move out the way, Chet Hanks.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hate to Pylon, your favorite sports show here on Twitch. I am CJ alongside Kyle and Jonathan. How are you fellas doing today?
Exceptionally well.
I'm all right.
Yeah,
just all right.
Yeah, he had that. He thought he tore his Achilles earlier. He had a little scare.
He did.
It can be nerve-wracking.
But
I'm all right.
I know you're excited because today is a big day here on the show. And because next week, we're 1 week away from the NFL draft. We've been waiting so long for it. We're waiting to see what our team does to further, our hope of this season or to, further we're going to stink. We ourselves are doing a mock draft live here tonight. All three of us are putting our brains together. And we're going to create a little mock draft for you guys to check out and then tell me if you guys like it. Let us know if it's not the guy that you guys want. We're even going to do trades as well. Kyle, how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. This is my favorite time of the year. It's mock draft season, and we only have one more week. So how many mocks can I get in? This is just one to many that I'm about to add.
Facts. I'm a mock draft fiend. The amount of mock drafts I've run since November, December range, probably at least 2 a day.
Hold on, time out. You have only been mocking since December, and you're a Panthers fan?
I said November. That's when I started doing 2 a day. It's like 1 a day since last May.
So my Vikings, we started 1-5. So I was looking for that quarterback. That's when I got the Vikings Twitter on the Zach Wilson train, the hype train of Zach Wilson. I feel like I was really at the front of that. And then, we decided to win games. I don't know what that is about. I don't really like it, but
Yeah. If you guys didn't go 1-5, you never know. Maybe 2-4, you might have been in the playoffs.
Maybe.
Yeah, we would have beat the Falcons. We actually would have been in the playoffs. Like, we literally would have been in the playoffs.
See, that's funny. If we would have lost to the Falcons, we would have had a top 4 pick right now. But no!
Hey, how did that Washington Demon Cats do?
The Washington Demon Cats?
What is it? Yeah, the Demon Cats.
I don't know. I don't recall with the Demon Cats.
Come on now. You're a Demon Cat fan.
Somebody made up that as one of their names on the list.
It's a terrible name. It's either going to be the Washington Primes, it's going to be the Washington Red Tails, Washington Red Wolves, and that's it. I like
the Hogs. The Hogs are like something.
Warhogs. I do like the Warhogs.
If y'all do the cheesy Washington Warriors look and then do some spear or some sort, I'm gonna pull my hair out. It's a good
chance, but I don't think they're trying to go away from the imagery of Native American imagery. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you my top choices right now: Red Tails, Red Wolves,
Ooh, Red Tails over Red Wolves though.
Yeah, it's got historical context there.
Yeah,
But,
I know. Yeah.
So Red Tails for the historical. I like name alone. Yeah, Red Wolves, but because of the historical context there, I'm gonna put Red Tails above it. Warhogs, and then the DCFC, DC Football Club, that's my 4. Anything else?
I do like the charm. What was it? It was oh fuck! Is it Charm? There was a Charm City or something? No, Capital City. Capital City FC. That's not too bad. I kind of like that one a little bit. I do like the football club thing. Like that is. I mean, that's different. Is unique, especially with all the Super League talk. I mean, it kind of.
I don't like it, but since you already got the Washington football team, I like the alliteration there of the DCFC.
Yeah.
It's also interesting the fact they go away from using Washington and going with DC. That'll be something interesting if that's what they're going to go away from. It's possible, but
that will only happen if y'all move back into the city. Does that make sense?
Which is possible.
Your stadium stinks. I've been there twice in the last 5 years.
Yeah, he's a Washington fan.
No.
And a Jags fan.
Stinks, by the way. That field
not a Vikings
stinks.
fan, though, that's for sure.
The field has never been great. The on field, because they stick with natural turf, and that turf gets eaten up.
They have a Hooters on the club section. I found that out.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Bet you did.
Anyway. All right, let's move on.
But anyways, We're going straight to our live mocks. We're going to show our mocks. We're going to let our mocks hang tonight, and we're going to have a good old time. Because, 3 boys messing around with a good old mock, a decent-sized mock, nothing too crazy.
Hey, some would say it's the right amount of mock, by the way.
Just enough mock.
Just enough mock to get the job done for you guys.
Yeah, it's not the full mock. Like, it's not the whole mock.
It's not a 7. It's not a 7 mock.
It's not a 7.
No. It's I believe it's called boyfriend mock. Just the right amount.
Yeah, like, listen, we don't got all night, all right? I'm trying to help you. I got things to do. You're busy. 7's long. It's long.
It's super long. It's like Jamarcus, Russell. Long.
It's like how long it took Orlando Brown Jr. to run his 40-yard dash.
That was a long time because that dude's combine stunk.
Yeah, you hate to see it. But you guys ready?
I'm ready. You ready, Kyle?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
All right. Without any further ado, let's get this mock out. It's a little cold, but we're going to let this mock extend.
Let's rock out with our mock out.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. Fellas, I think this one's pretty easy.
Yep, got to build in the trenches. Penei Sewell, where are you?
Hold on. Are you tell me that you don't want to go Mac the Joker Jones? Come on.
Nah, McCorkle Jones is not the pick here.
Yeah, I think this is pretty easy. Trevor Lawrence all day.
Why does this not scroll down?
Because you have to do like the terrible, yeah.
That's so dumb. Why can I not okay.
You have to
try scroll inside of that small box. You know what I'm saying?
No, one more down. Yeah, no. We tried.
Yeah, this is dumb. This part of the screen is locked. It won't show more than 4 players at a time.
Hey, come on now. The Draft Network does a great job, and you're gonna bully them on a little thing, all right?
Shout out Draft Network for providing, a place to let our mocks hang.
Yes. I prefer to rock out with my mock out mobily, but this is my first time on browser.
Yeah. So
there's some growing pains.
All right. So are we gonna lock it in? I would say we go Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence. I guess
he's okay.
He's all right. If you're into dudes who don't like football, Kyle, what'd you say?
I was like, it's sad that the draft actually starts at pick 3, and we're gonna still have to wait 20 minutes for 2 picks that we already know it's coming in. But
buddy, it's gonna be like an hour.
Yeah, for 2 picks we already know.
All right, pick number 1, Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they already bought this guy like a toaster and a vacuum and stuff, so it's basically locked in. All right, the New York Football Jets. They just traded Sam Darnold to the Panthers. So they ripped the Panthers off. So quarterback is a need. As you can see here on the Draft Network team needs board, it is their number 1 need.
If I was the GM, I would be going Justin Fields here 100%.
CJ?
As much as I'm a fan of Justin Fields, I don't want him going to New York. I am going to go with Zachary Wilson, and I think he's the guy to lead that franchise.
All right, Mormon Manziel. Lock it in, Kyle?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
All right.
I think the next pick we're going to fight on the most, I think.
This is where the actual mock draft starts.
Team needs. Let's get it. Right here. That's the position. Here's the board at that position.
So can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
So over the last, I would say 48 hours, I've been watching some videos. I watched those little doc series or whatever on the prospects that ESPN did. And I watched Trey Lance and just listen to him talk and hear more about him. I kind of like him. And we had this conversation, who goes at 3, right? We've talked about this numerous times in our group chat.
We have.
Kyle, you might be right. I think Trey Lance goes 3.
Yeah.
I think that because I think he goes 3. Yeah.
I think that would be the smart pick. Now, am I sure that will be the pick? No. But if you guys both think it's Trey Lance, I definitely think he's worth the 3rd overall pick. So lock it in?
Before you lock it in. So right. I'm big on Trey Lance. I think this is his best fit. I really do. 2 things has come out recently that I read, and that's about interviews. They love the interviews that I heard. They love Trey Lance's ability to talk about game plan. And
not as much as Mac Jones. Mac Jones was the number 1 interviewer.
That's what I was about to say. So that's what I was jumping on. So they love Trey Lance, and you got to think that that 49ers front office is like, wow, we got some technical stuff over here, and this guy's a whiteboard junkie. This is our guy, but
whiteboard junkie.
Whoa.
But at the same time, it depends on where Kyle wants to take his offense. Does he want to get back to that RG3 read option to where, and just really open up the field? Because I sent you guys that thread on Twitter about like some of the stuff he was doing in Washington that was just, he loves his scheme. I feel like he wants to get back to his like optimum scheme, and I think Trey Lance is that guy. And then plus you don't have to rush him along if they keep why am I blanking on this name? Jimmy G for a year to kind of help him groom him as well, Which I feel like if Mac Jones were to play, he probably would be thrusted to start a little sooner. I feel like with Trey Lance, you don't have to rush him as fast.
So I disagree with that. I don't think they want Jimmy G to touch the field again.
Correct. You don't trade up to 3 and plan to sit this quarterback.
Yeah, that's the only.
I'm not saying sit him. I just said don't rush him.
So
I don't think you need to rush him.
I think that they're hoping to trade Jimmy G at some point during this draft to recoup some of the draft value that they gave away in moving up to 3.
I do. So I personally believe there's no shot Mac Jones goes here. And I'll say this right here so you have a recording next week and you just play it and laugh at me. There's no shot that Mac Jones goes here. I would lean.
Say where here is.
So I do not think that Mac Jones has a shot at going number 3 to the Niners. I do not believe that. I actually believe Vegas numbers leads Justin Fields right now. And I'm going to say Trey Lance here. We can lock that in. But I think there's a better option that Justin Fields goes here than anyone else. But I think Trey Lance is the fit.
All right. CJ?
No, I agree. Trey Lance is the fit.
All right.
I don't see them. I just don't see Jimmy G getting rushed out yet. But
I think if they don't want to rush out Jimmy G, then McCorkle Jones is the guy. Because he doesn't have
the same, though. That's 2 of the same.
It is, but one's new. And what did Barney Stinson say?
New is always better.
Correct. But we said Trey Lance here. I'm hoping it's Mac Jones because that would leave more good players on the board for the Panthers at 8. But we're saying Trey Lance.
For the record, though, I have a weird feeling. I just have this weird feeling. I feel like it's like a 1% chance of happening. But I have a feeling it goes Trevor, Justin, Trey. And then someone makes the trade up to 4 for Zach.
You think Zach doesn't go in the top 3?
No, I just have this weird feeling. Well, I don't know. I think Zach. He could. If Zach doesn't go second, I think he definitely goes to San Francisco.
But do y'all remember the discourse before the beginning of the season? Like, we live in. Well, he's a Clemson fan. I live in South Carolina. We're all from South Carolina, pretty much. We pretty much the discourse of Justin Fields is the number 1 pick over Trevor Lawrence. That was what they talked about forever before this offseason. And then the season happened, and then Trevor shot back up, and then Justin shot back up, and then it just those back and forth, and now Justin's the 4th quarterback off the board. That doesn't make any sense.
This has been going back to their high school recruiting when they were both jockeying for that number 1 overall recruit.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields made a late push for that as well. Trevor Lawrence was still the number 1 overall. I'm pretty sure. At least, I think ESPN might have put Fields 1.
He was definitely the number 1 in Georgia over Fields.
I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see. ESPN 300.
Honestly, right now, a lot of stuff that we're hearing now, I think it's just all propaganda just so they can kind of, move people so they can, I think it's just all fluff and bullshit. But
it's for clicks right now because there's literally nothing to talk about. All the diamonds are found. It's a week out. What are you going to say? What do you got? What can you say? Actually, Kellen Mond,
Justin Fields has epilepsy. It's like, oh, let's just throw something else in there. It's whatever it is. I mean, honestly, it's just Bill Belichick at the end of the day playing the strings so he can get the guy he wants at 8.
It's weird. I don't remember
at 8.
I don't remember the Falcons' number 1 need being tight end.
It's because they traded for Hayden Hurst and people acted like he was good, but he's not.
I definitely remember Edge being way up on the Falcons board.
Edge definitely. Did they sign anybody recently? Is that why I went down?
I don't know. Not that I remember, but I remember Edge being I don't want to spoil anything, but I've been sending a certain someone there for a long time. But now that this is saying tight end, that's weird.
Yeah, I think that's because people have been mocking a specific person to them. And if you look at tight ends, it would be this name right here.
Yes.
Mr.
Kyle Pitts.
My favorite Kyle in the room.
Is that what we think is the pick?
Yeah, if we're not going to trade, unless y'all want to do it now, this would be the first trade of the draft.
I think he's too good of a player to pass up on. But we do still have Justin Fields on the board.
We do. who is from Georgia, and I looked it up. He was the ESPN #1 overall recruit over Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
I still think Trevor Lawrence was the composite #1, the overall #1, but ESPN did give Fields that bump.
Okay.
But here's the problem with the Falcons, though. The Falcons think they're going to win now.
Correct.
Which, I mean,
they are the Panthers last year.
Yeah.
You get a new coach, and the new coach says this isn't a rebuild, it's a retooling. So basically, no, I won't accept that we're gonna stink. I think we can win. So we're gonna stink slightly less than we should, and be out of range to draft a quarterback.
But their team's not bad.
Yeah, their offense is good. Their defense, that's the big question.
Here's
no
the
edge
problem.
rushers.
That's why trading out here makes a lot of sense.
The problem is who's going to trade up with them right here?
Someone who needs a quarterback. Denver comes up and
but listen, if you know the Falcons are trying to trade out and they're not taking a quarterback, the Bengals
the Steelers
are not trading out and not taking a quarterback.
The Steelers,
the Dolphins are not trading out and not taking a quarterback.
They might trade out. They might trade out.
The Lions.
Might take a quarterback. They might take a quarterback.
They might.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they will also probably Dolphins is more realistic for a trade back.
Okay. The Steelers, the Washington football team, the Saints, who else? Is that it? That all needs quarterbacks? The Patriots, probably. The Broncos. So
but you got to look at the stigma of trading into the top 5.
That's a lot you're giving up.
Is going to cost you an extra first rounder.
But
whereas if you wait to trade to the Dolphins at 6, the Lions at 7, the Panthers at 8, you literally save yourself a first round pick just from not jumping into the top 5.
But what you just said about him being a Georgia boy, #1 overall, went to Georgia. He probably was a Falcons fan. And he gets to sit behind here. The word about when you're in the top 5 is, or when do you think you're going to be back again? Right? When do you think you're going to be back? Right?
Correct.
How many chances do you get to be here? Now, do you take your franchise quarterback and let him sit behind Matt Ryan for 2 years? Why not?
Do you really want to take a top 5 pick and not have him see the field for 2 years?
I mean, if he's your future, why not? I mean, that's kind of the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
he wasn't a top 5 pick though.
He could have been though. He could have been the first. He could have been the first overall pick.
He wasn't though. This is
but
the 4th overall pick.
Okay, so their needs, which is garbage. This is garbage needs. I'm not a huge fan of the
edge. Is definitely their #1 need.
Yeah, I don't like this. This is just fluff so that Kyle Pitts goes there in their system. That's all it is. They want Kyle Pitts to land there in the system because it makes sense.
For auto drafting, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the simulator.
Kyle Pitts there makes sense for one reason. He is my #2 guy in this draft class. Period. He was my #3. He's now my #1 or #2. My bad. It's Trevor Lawrence, him, and then a certain lineman. But them picking here is bad value.
Correct. But if they don't trade back because nobody wants to trade up with them, nobody wants to pay that price to trade up with them specifically. Like, do you trade back and take lesser value just so you can take a player at a better value later, even if it means getting less in return?
Okay, so you can get the second best player in the draft or a future quarterback or take something else. What would you do? You're the GM, Jonathan. Go ahead.
I don't know. I definitely think they should take a quarterback.
All right, I want to hear it. You got. I'm telling you to put it on the sleeve. I want you to make this decision because I want you to feel because this is the most awkward pick in the draft and it shouldn't be.
I think the Falcons should take a quarterback. Matt Ryan's getting old. they're picking top 5 and have their choice of 2 pretty good quarterback prospects here. Mac Jones, I don't think Mac Jones is worth the 4th overall pick. Justin Fields, I do think he's worth the 4th overall pick. But according to the media, it doesn't seem like NFL teams think he is.
Well, Vegas is saying that he is. And I believe Vegas when it comes to this. He's like negative 250 right now to be the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah, I don't know. But
what do you think? Don't think about other people. You're the GM. This is your opportunity. What do you think?
I would take Justin Fields.
Okay. That's what you're saying then. That you're the GM, you're taking the pick, you take Justin Fields, right?
I think they'll take Kyle Pitts.
So are you the GM?
I don't know. Are we doing what we think is going to happen or what we would do? We never specified.
We did not specify. So this is where we can find, because that front stuff's easy. So what do y'all want to do? You want to make this ours, or if what we think is going to happen?
This is our draft. Let's
our draft. Okay, so not a predictive draft. This is what we feel draft. All right. So Justin Fields, boom, locked it in. He's gone.
All right, I'm gonna take over for this pick because there's a right pick and then it's a stupid wrong pick.
All right, look at the top 2 needs. Top 3 actually. Wide receiver, offensive tackle, tight end.
You gotta go Penny Sewell here. You have to. I don't care what you say about getting. I mean, yes, having Chase would be great. Having Kyle Pitts would be great. But it doesn't mean anything if Joe Burrow doesn't have another, like if he gets out his other knee, take out his other knee. Like he needs protection.
Okay, who gave up the sack that cost him his ACL though? Because it wasn't an offensive tackle.
They have.
But he's still one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league.
But they have a top 10 pick at left tackle already? And Jonah Williams from Alabama in 2019.
Okay.
This one's hard. For
They just signed Riley Reif,
Reif,
whatever his name is.
Who is a very solid left tackle, a top 15 guy, and now he's moving to the right side for $7 million, a 2-year deal.
He's probably going to be like a top 10 or so, maybe better right tackle.
Yeah.
So they have 2 good tackles already.
I feel like Slater would be a better pick if you wanted the offensive lineman here.
The problem is, do they feel like they need a game changer at wide receiver? Or offensive weapon? Because Kyle Pitts is still on the board.
So you going the Oregon guy? I'm not going to even butcher his name right now, but you want the Oregon guy?
Who, me?
No, CJ.
Yeah, CJ wants him to take Penei Sewell.
So here's my take on this before we pass it to Jonathan, and then we'll talk about it. Where they're at in the draft, there's a starter at any position on the offensive line where they're going to pick in round 2. A starter caliber, good player where they're going to pick in round 2. They have the best receivers on the board right now. So they can get the best of the best. Obviously, there could be a gym in there. They can get the number 1 on everyone's board. They're all there. And go get Alex Leatherwood in the second. They can get Creed Humphreys in the second. Landon Dickerson in the second. Brady Christensen in the second. You name it. That guy's going to probably be there, interior-wise. Wyatt Davis. But all those are starters, good starters. Now, wide receivers in round 2, you're looking at a very small, way smaller list.
But
maybe the Moors.
They're not desperate for wide receivers, though.
I think they are.
I think they are,
T.
too.
Higgins and Tyler Boyd?
It depends on how they feel about T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins can be a number 1 wide receiver.
Hold on, though. What happens if one of those?
If anything, it goes lineman and tight end. I would go pitch before wide receiver here.
But what? Okay, so look at the Vikings, right? We have 2 good wide receivers. What happens if one of those guys go down?
More carries for Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? Give it to Joe Mixon? See him get injured every 4 games? I don't know.
See, that's the other thing here. If you do take offensive line and beef up the offensive line, you can help unlock some of Joe Mixon's potential that he has not reached in the NFL.
But taking offensive line now, right?
I didn't say now. I said in the draft. They definitely need to fix the offensive line in the draft.
Okay, so this is what you got to look at for me. If you're looking at what's the cliff? What's the cliff between Penny and let's say a round 2 guy, Landon Dickerson, who's very good. Some have him as like the number 2 guy. Injury, whatever. Or Jamar Chase and I'm gonna pick my guy, Nico Collins. What's the difference?
A big difference between Nico Collins and Jamar Chase. I thought we were talking about 2nd-round wide receivers.
Oh, he's gonna go in the 2nd. Pin that. 6'3", 4'3", 220. Yeah, he's going in the 2nd, buddy. I'm locked in.
We'll see. I watched him at Michigan. He was better than Donovan Peoples-Jones and Tariq Black. But I don't know because of his lack of production if he's going to be drafted in the 2nd. I could see like late 2nd, early 3rd.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be like the 38th overall pick or whatever they draft.
Exactly, because he's not that good. But there is offensive lineman. Alex Leatherwood is good.
Oh, I only did 1st round, so we can't see what pick they have in the 2nd. Hold on. If I offer a trade, we can see.
Are you breaking stuff? Yeah, you're breaking stuff. Go ahead and redo this real quick while we.
I accidentally.
It's all good. We already know the picks. It's all fine. We already know the picks. It's good. But what do you think about that argument, though, CJ?
I mean, it's a fair argument. I just think I'm always going to want to have this best offensive lineman. I think, if anything, it's offensive lineman or Kyle Pitts for me at this pick.
I don't. So I agree. I think you're right. If I was a GM, I'd be building in the trenches, right? That's where I would go. Trenches first. I get a good offensive line, good defensive line, and then if you have pass rush and people blocking, it's hard to do anything.
Very true.
I agree.
I'm not actually doing a trade here, for the record. All right, they have the 38th pick. So the 6th overall pick of the 2nd round.
I can see them trading back to like what pick does Denver have?
The 9th.
I can see them trading back to 9.
Nah. They 100% want one of Kyle Pitts, Penei Sewell, and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they're taking one of those guys. I'm pretty sure people called for the trade up and they're like, beat it. I'm pretty sure that the people called the Jets and them, and they're like, nah, because they're sitting in the perfect spot to pick whatever they want. They don't need a quarterback.
Also the reason the Dolphins traded back up to 6.
Yep.
Because they're assuming 3 quarterbacks go and they'll get one of those 3 guys as well.
So
that's why I said nobody's going to trade up to the Falcons, because these 2 teams, the Bengals and the Dolphins at 5 and 6, will not be trading out.
True. That's a good point. So I say, what do you want, CJ? Call your player right here.
I am going to go. I go Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
You go Kyle Pitts.
I'm calling.
There's a little bit more depth at the offensive line position this draft.
There's like no depth at tight end too. So if you think tight end's a big need for them, there's none.
Yeah,
there's none.
He's the second best player.
I'm Jamar Chase, and he's not. Jamar Chase isn't my wide receiver 1. Spoiler, but I think having him and his college quarterback meet up again is hard to say no to that. So that's why I would lean Jamar Chase. Now it's your turn, Jonathan. Tell us your take.
I don't think they can go wrong with any of these three players. They all three fill three huge needs. Offensive line, as we said, the depth throughout the rest of the draft is pretty deep. So I think they can wait there. Wide receiver, there is some depth. Tight end, there is no depth. There's not that many good tight ends in this draft. I don't know if tight end is actually that big a need for him, though.
Do they have a tight end?
Tyler Eifert doesn't play for them anymore, right?
No, he played for the Jags.
And they cut him. I cannot think of one tight end on their roster.
They got CJ Uzoma, I know.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and click Kyle Pitts then. I just heard what you said that. Go ahead and click Kyle
Hang on, I'm looking at their roster.
I heard what you said. You said they got Benjamin Franklin. Go ahead and click Kyle Pitts.
Oh, they got the GOAT. Thaddeus Moss.
Oh, they did just sign Thaddeus Moss.
I'm gonna go ahead and need you to click Kyle Pitts.
I mean, if they wait a minute. Now think about it. If they try to establish the LSU national championship team, they just signed Thaddeus. Jamar Chase could be next.
That's a good point. That went over my head.
That is a good point.
Thaddeus Moss might stink.
He doesn't stink. He just is slow. He can't run.
And he's short. What else you got?
CJ was almost not bad.
I'm going to say I actually changed my opinion. Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Let's look at their wide receivers. They got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Stanley Morgan, Auden Tate, and Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kyle Pitts here. Can I say Kyle Pitts?
All right, you're both saying Kyle Pitts. I mean,
what do you got? Okay,
CJ, you said Kyle Pitts or you said Jamar Chase?
Kyle Pitts.
Before you lock it in, what's yours though, Jonathan? What would you do?
Like I said, I don't think they can go wrong here.
So you're the GM.
Make a choice.
Make a
damn choice.
You know what?
I don't know. You missed your time, buddy. You're getting back.
Kyle Pitts.
All right, Kyle Pitts.
All right, cool. All right, I think right here, let's lock it in. Jamar Chase all the way to the Dolphins.
You think it's
Chase? Now it has to be, right? It has to be.
It has to be.
That's easy.
I think it could be Sewell.
No shot.
No.
Tua
needs a weapon. Tua needs a weapon.
Tua needs some offensive line, too. I mean, they got Devontae Parker. Like we said, it's a pretty deep wide receiver draft.
No, it's not. That's the opposite of what we just said, sir.
Well, we said it's deeper than tight end.
But we did say it's deeper offensive line.
That's fair. And the Dolphins also have a second first.
They have another first-round pick as well to use as capital if the guy slips as well.
Jamar Chase. Chase.
All right.
Jamar Chase.
All right.
Here's an interesting pick right here. I think this is where things start to open up for trades if the Lions don't like what they have.
I think the Lions like these two options right here.
If I'm the Lions, I'm going to Waddle.
And look at their top three needs.
Yeah, they have a one wide receiver on the roster that I can say his name, but I wouldn't say a wide receiver.
Galladay?
All of them left. Yeah, no, gone.
He left.
Gone.
He went to the Jets, right?
Yeah, that's right, because they didn't. Yeah, they didn't franchise him. That's right.
Galladay went to the.
And they don't have Danny Amendola anymore, right?
No, maybe.
They don't have Marvin Jones either.
Jets or the Bears?
Galladay did not go to the Bears.
He went to the Giants.
The Giants.
New York team.
Yeah, I was like, I would say, to me personally, Waddle's my wide receiver one, by the way, and I would go Waddle here. I don't even have to talk about this. Waddle would be my instant lock. They don't have a receiver on the team.
They need a receiver.
They traded away Matt Stafford, but do we think they traded for Jared Goff, or was he just part of the stuff they got back for Matt Stafford?
Oh no!
See, I think
who's still on the board? We still got McCorkle and Justin, right?
Jones. Fields is gone. Fields went to the Falcons.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So we still got. So Trey's gone, right?
Yeah, Trey and Fields are both gone. It's McCorkle.
Yeah. The only first round guy left is McCorkle.
That's the option here.
Honest. Do you like Goff more than McCorkle? That's the question.
Listen,
I think Goff probably gets 1 year here, especially if Fields and Lance are both gone.
Isn't the GM? Hold on, they switched GMs too.
Yeah, he came from the Rams.
Yeah,
and he's the one who drafted Goff.
Yes. Well, he
was
was
part
he
of the
wasn't the
team.
GM who drafted Goff.
Whatever.
He was part of the front office who drafted Goff. Yes.
Yeah. So, I think they give him 1 year.
They got to build around him.
Yeah, and they need a receiver, and where they're at, they can get an offensive lineman around too. So I'm gonna go. I say Waddle. I locked it in. I hit the button.
All right.
Waddle.
CJ, you agree?
Agreed.
Waddle,
What's your
baby,
opinion?
Waddle,
Before
baby,
you
Waddle,
click it.
baby, Waddle.
Before you click it, what's your opinion?
Who?
I think they would have loved to have Jamar Chase fall to him, but Waddle is my wide receiver too. He has game-breaking speed, electrifying with the ball in his hands. Yeah, I think he's a good pick here. So, Jalen Waddle, locked and loaded. All right.
Trade alert, trade alert, trade alert. I'm calling it.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not with
How's
this
this
guy
trade
sitting right here.
How can this trade work? How do we overpower Jonathan with the keyboard and us two not wanting Jonathan to have
a first next year?
All right, who's the team who's trading up?
The New England Patriots.
All right. Are they trading up for McCorkle?
Yes.
McCorkle Jones.
Yes, they are.
All right, so New England Patriots.
This is a bad trade. I'm going to let you know how bad this trade is going to be. This is a bad trade. If I was either team, I would not do this. I'm going to say this right now.
What? What is going on here? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, and then you pick. Okay. So,
well, it showed like picks you were offering here, so I got very confused.
What's next year's picks for Patriots?
All right, so they got to give up at least 15.
You're going to get 15 up.
So 15, 8.
Hold on. Let me do some math. Does it still have the you have the offer acceptable down there, right? You see it?
Yes.
Add a next year's second.
Not this year's?
No. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. And then go back to next year? Or yeah. Two fourths? You think a 2 fourths get it done?
No,
I think you need at least.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A next year's second, you're moving. I knew the numbers weren't right. Take that 120 off and see if 122 works. Yeah,
I don't do that if I'm the Panthers.
it's not worth it. This is a bad trade. This is terrible.
Correct.
Right. Well, lock in your guy, Jonathan.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Now,
a terrible trade.
all right. With this guy on the board
Yeah.
and this guy, like there's 4 players that reasonably could fall here that I would not trade back from if I'm the Panthers. And that is Trey Lance, Justin Fields, I guess 5 guys. Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, and Kyle Pitts. Not necessarily in that order. But those are the 5 guys
6.
I would – That's
6.
It was 2 quarterbacks and 3 position players. Or 3.
You need a left tackle. You need a
Fields,
left tackle.
Lance, Pitts, Chase, Sewell. That's 5.
You need a left tackle. This is the left tackle. You slam it.
All right, let's do it. Let's keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Let's get this. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, we talked about those first 3 picks for no reason for a long time. Patrick Surtain is second, and I'm gonna walk away from that.
You think so? Look at the number 1 need.
I'm not taking.
Look at this guy who's available.
Listen, you can Google it. I'm not taking that guy. Patrick Surtain the second.
That's a good point. The man likes credit carding.
I'm gonna keep that out of my mouth, but
I didn't
Patrick
say.
Surtain.
Yeah,
I think corner is a good fit for Broncos. Corner or quarterback.
I don't think I wouldn't go Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is the quarterback they already have, but like worse.
I disagree. Drew Lock has a stronger arm and is less accurate than Mac Jones.
Yeah. So what do you want? The one that
he's like. Mac Jones is a game manager. Drew Lock is a gunslinger. They're not the same quarterback.
I was reading that the thing that the NFL likes most about Mac Jones is his deep ball.
That's cap.
Yeah, he apparently has a very powerful.
I mean, you can throw a good deep ball and not have the strongest arm.
But there are yeah, that's true. You're a good point. That's a good point. I already locked mine in. I would if I was them, I'd slam it because Mac Jones stinks. I wouldn't say stinks. He's a first round guy, but definitely not a top 10 guy.
All right. You don't think they possibly trade back?
They could. They actually could, but I don't know who would come up for him.
There's a team who wants to come up for a quarterback who also is potentially willing to trade a cornerback as part of the deal to move up. And that team would be the New England Patriots and Stephon Gilmore.
What would be the value, though? Would it be a pick swap and a player?
It'd probably be like a first or 15th overall Stephon Gilmore and like a fourth.
Okay, but here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Who's taking Mac Jones before the Patriots? That's the problem. Like your point that you made earlier is like way worse now.
Possibly the Eagles.
It is. I mean, Dak is on his. Did Dak sign the contract?
Yeah, a bajillion years, and he got franchise tagged. He's stuck.
Yeah, he's getting like 172 like this year.
Right. The Eagles could take a quarterback.
The Eagles is the only team, possibly the Vikings.
Possibly the Vikings. The Chargers certainly will not be taking a quarterback.
We're in win now. This is not
McCorkle is better than Kirk.
All right, let's rotate this. I don't like this talk. This is bad talk.
Let's lock in corner. I think corner goes here.
Corner?
Yeah.
And we're going Surtain or Horn?
That's up to y'all. I don't know. I don't watch Horn because he went to this school that I don't like.
Or do we take a chance and go with Caleb Farley?
That's your opinion. I'm saying corner.
I think Surtain goes first.
Surtain. All right. We'll lock in Surtain.
Cowboys. Who's the best on the board? Available?
Slater is the best available. And they low-key need offensive line help. Tyron Smith missed a bunch of games last year.
But do they want Zach? Do they want Zach Martin again? They want another Zach Martin? Do they want another Zach Martin?
Probably.
Like he's good.
So, I mean, Travis Frederick retired. The left guard, they drafted Connor Williams from Texas a couple years ago. He hasn't really panned out.
Offensive line makes the safe pick. But what's their secondary look like, though?
Yeah, they don't have it. They have Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. They don't have a safety.
The number 2 need.
But it's the same argument.
And the number 1 need. I mean, yeah, but corner's pretty deep also. Like, I like not a good bit, but there's some corners I like. And Slater is hard to pass up because he can play tackle. So if Tyron Smith, who's coming back from an injury, isn't at 100% yet, Slater can start at tackle and then move into guard.
I feel like I bullied that last pick, so I'm gonna back out of this one. So I'm gonna let y'all decide because I don't know what I would do anyways, and I feel like I definitely bullied that.
I think
CJ,
the Cowboys are afraid that Terry McLaurin is going to run up the board on them. I think J.C. Horn is the pick.
All right.
That's the next Jalen Ramsey right there.
I hope not.
J.C. Horn is my corner number 1. Spoiler alert.
Giants. I hate
Giants.
these next two picks. They all fucking stink.
Okay. This is Dave Gettleman.
Why is wide receiver their number one? Why?
Whoa, who they got? They do got Galladay.
Galladay only signed a 1-year contract.
And Slate and
Who's
Slate.
the other?
Slayton stunk last year.
Yeah, that whole team wasn't very good. That's not fair. You can't put that on
Correct.
him.
So they did everything.
I don't like that.
I think they go Slater here. Wait, who did they sign in? Who did they sign in offensive line? They signed an offensive line in free agency.
Not a good one.
I don't think they. Who did
They
they
lost
sign?
that. I don't know. Not a good. I know that they have. Well, Nate. That's who they signed. Nate Solder came back.
Well, he opted out, didn't he, or he got hurt?
Yeah,
he opted out, and then they were like, "We're gonna cut you," and he's like, "Oh, fix my contract. Don't cut me." But they don't have a right tackle or a right guard. They have Andrew Thomas, and Nate Solder. They have like three tackles that are decent. I would play them. So I don't mind the Slater pick. They need a tackle. They need a guard.
Yeah, Slater could definitely play guard, and Andrew Thomas struggled a bit last year, so
I Gettleman loves the thick boys, so
he does love his hog mollies.
yeah, that's hard. That would be hard. It's getting Slater out of the top 10 when people call him like tackle one. It would be wild to me if he got out of the top 10, which he did. I just think people would be slamming the button.
But just one pick, just by one.
Yeah,
if this was any other team though, I think the Vikings call him. I just don't think they call the Giants. They're not trading.
Do you think anybody? Trading is a good call here because there is a team who needs an offensive tackle very badly because last year they found their franchise quarterback.
Oh, the Chargers?
Yes.
Why? No, Darisaw's on the board. They wouldn't move.
What if the Eagles take Darisaw?
Well, one of them is going to fall, right?
Unless the Giants are about to take Slater here. If they don't trade back. So the Giants take Slater. The Eagles take Darisaw.
So if you know that they're going to get offensive line, and you need an offensive line too. Like I wouldn't give up. I mean, you get more capital for guys.
The Giants need an interior offensive lineman though. They don't need an offensive tackle. They could get an interior offensive lineman later to play.
That's actually a good point. But the Chargers take whoever's not the Chargers.
Eagles?
I don't know. But Gettleman's never traded back. So it's hard to say, like, well, Gettleman's going to definitely trade back.
He hasn't ever traded back. That's a good point.
This is a weird – we fucked up this draft. Mostly because –
But this could be –
This could really happen, though.
We fucked up this draft. We, like, pigeon-toed – So here's my take. They take Michael Parsons. I've always said that. They take Michael Parsons. They don't have linebackers. The Giants take Michael Parsons. That makes sense for me. Them or the Broncos take Michael Parsons.
So right now, let's Slater or Parsons.
I think they go Slater.
I do too. I do too. I didn't think Slater would ever be this far. Honestly, that's kind of crazy.
Forget about Michael Parsons. Just forget about him completely.
Yeah.
He's not on the board. Forget about him.
Slater.
Yeah,
Slater. Parsons is going to slide a little bit. It's okay. Just don't think about him.
Eagles.
It's Farley or Davonte Smith because Deontay Jackson is the only guy that's comparable to Davonte Smith.
Davonte Smith would be a good pick.
I wouldn't pick this guy in the top 15.
You don't think they take Darisaw?
No. Nope. They don't have a receiver and they don't have a cornerback.
They don't have an offensive line either.
They have more.
Brandon Brooks is 33 and coming off of 20 Achilles.
They have a center.
Center's 34 years old. Right tackle is 30. Left tackle is 25 and coming off a season where he sucked and then tore his ACL.
I don't see them taking offensive line here. The value's not there. You can get. I don't see it.
I think they could take Darisaw here very easily.
That doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't like. I feel like a bully when this is. I'm very pushy.
I'm not saying they will take Darisaw. I'm thinking that they could. They very much could.
They take Mac
They could also
Jones.
take Mac Jones.
Make it crazy. Mac Jones. They don't have a quarterback, really, bro. Like, let's be honest here.
I mean, they don't have a quarterback, but you're going to take the quarterback who was the third string quarterback behind the quarterback they have now.
You're right. Let them fight. They maybe Mac made him leave. You don't know.
It's fair.
I think let's go Davonte Smith.
All right, I'm fine with that. We can do Davonte Smith. It makes sense.
The 166-pound superstar.
I wouldn't go him. I would go Bateman because
he reminds them of Deshaun Jackson.
Listen, that's a
That's
good point.
I like that. It's Smith. Too late, Kyle.
Bateman is Justin Jefferson, but continue. This is Darisaw, right? Darisaw locking in. Yeah, we don't have to talk about this.
It could be Micah Parsons.
No, forget about him. He's not on the board. Stop bringing it up. I don't want to talk about. Damn it,
Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Mac Jones. Lock it in.
I'll hang up the call. So, we're looking at the board. We're looking at the board.
Zim loves his corners.
We're looking at the board. This is a trade. Trade down.
Who's trading up?
Washington.
Who needs
Washington?
Washington's coming. Washington is coming to get
for
Mac
Parsons.
Jones. Oh,
coming for Parsons or Mac Jones?
Both of those are good picks. I didn't even think about that.
I think we need a linebacker desperately more than we need a quarterback right now.
I'm with it because I don't think Parsons makes it for
linebacker. Like, think about this though. Like, our middle linebacker. I don't know. I'm going Parsons.
Bring up the trade. Let's see what it comes. Bring up the trade. Let's see what it comes. I think it starts. Let's see if we can get a second. Let's see if we can get a second. So 14.
You can take our second. We stinks drafted in the second round.
Give us that second. Oh, lock it in.
I don't know. Let's try a third. A third is extremely likely.
Yeah,
extremely
look
likely.
this wasn't the second extremely likely?
Yeah, but what? All right, this might be broken.
Oh yeah. So let's make it realistic.
Let's go third.
Yeah, first and a third.
The first third that they have, not the 82.
Yeah,
I think it'd be 74.
That and you might have to have a seventh. Just add the last seventh to that.
Next year.
No, we don't have a seventh this year. Give me that seventh.
Look at all these picks you have, though.
We don't have a seventh. Give me that seventh now.
Fuck off next year.
No seventh, no trade. Put that seventh on there.
How about this? I'll give you a fourth and a seventh. Take it.
No. We got to get back.
I'll give you this year's fourth and this year's seventh.
The worst I'm going to do is 82 in both of those sevenths, and I want it now.
No.
I'll
give you next year's fourth. I'll give you next year's second and a seventh this year.
No. We need bait this year to get up. We got to get back in the second round. That's why I want that third.
All right, but you want the seventh.
I want the third and the seventh.
So you can have this third and this seventh.
No. I want 244 if we're going to get 82.
Okay.
No. 246.
You're arguing about that?
246.
246 is your pick. You get to give away the pick that wasn't really yours to start with because it never really felt like yours. You're less attached to it.
Listen,
I'm still attached to it. I got it.
Yeah, but Marty Herney ain't.
Send the trade. Send it now. Give me the pick now.
All right. So 19, 82, and 244 for 144.
That's it.
And for 14.
That's it.
Give us next year's seventh.
We ain't giving a look at next year. We'll see what I have there. Look at next year. I'll get some charity. You ain't getting nothing. Move along. You ain't doing
extra picks.
Yeah, move along. Send it.
All right, so 19, 82, and 244 for 14.
Send it.
That feels fair.
See, they accepted
Vikings
it.
accepted. All right.
Michael Parsons
Mac
or
Michael
Michael
Parsons.
Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons. That's a good trade. I think it worked out.
Yeah, I think that's a good trade.
My,
You got our quarterback on the defense. Mac Jones.
All right.
it's Mac
So
Jones.
Mac
for me.
Jones?
It's Mac Jones for me. It's Mac Jones or Bateman. So
I
I'm
don't
going.
know. Bill loves Cam Newton. I think he might give him a year without COVID.
So what
Has
does
a
he
year
take?
in the system. Well, they need a weapon.
Is it worth
Who's the
taking
best
a
weapon?
Najee Harris, lock it in. I'm joking.
No. Is it early for Bateman?
I think it is a little early. I wouldn't do that.
A little early, maybe, but that
So
early?
do we see a trade?
No, who's coming up?
Who's
for a
trading
quarterback?
up?
The Steelers, maybe. The Bears. Oh my
The Bears.
God.
I can see the Bears coming up for Mac Jones.
And they're gonna overpay too.
All right. Bears with the trade. Where are they?
It'd be real. They're in the NFC, by the way.
That would be why I can't find them. The Bears coming up for the Patriots.
I think
All right. So 20
for
for
15.
15.
Third.
Yeah, a third, and because they don't,
They got 3 6, so they got 4 6 rounds. A third and a
add
six.
add a six to that. Whatever you feel comfortable, and I think that's fair. Even though I don't think the Patriots would take Mac Jones, it feels weird that we're trading out, and but I think that's right. The Bears
If
probably
we
need
took
a
Mac
quarter.
Jones, Hunter would kill us.
Yeah, he'd murder us dead.
All right. So 20, 83, and 208 for 15.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones.
McCorkle.
That feels good. That feels good, actually.
I think that's a
We're going to look back at this and be like, this actually isn't a bad mock draft.
I feel like that right now. All right. Caleb Farley for sure.
Corner is their number one need, but they are also in win now mode, and Farley might not play this year.
Vera Tucker.
Vera Tucker?
Offensive line, interior. I think it makes sense.
That's like their third least need.
No, it's not. It's their second.
Collins?
Their third. Zaven Collins, but I don't think it fits. They
Maybe
already
that was
have
interior defensive line I saw.
Yeah, their third need is Vera Tucker. I think it's Vera Tucker.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it is there. It's just there multiple times.
Yeah,
so it must be a big need.
Vera Tucker. Vera Tucker makes sense. I can't say no to Vera Tucker right here.
Let's see. Who do they have at guard right now?
Me. They just traded their seventh their guard to us.
Kelvin Beachum, Brandon Bowen, Shaq Calhoun, Lamont Gaillard, Max Garcia, Marcus Gilmore, Sean Harlow. They do have Rodney Hudson, so they have a center.
Yeah.
DJ Humphries at left tackle, Josh Jones, Coda Martin, Justin Pugh. Yeah, I like Vera Tucker here.
Vera Tucker if he gets past the Vikings, that's where he falls. He doesn't get past the Cardinals.
I don't look. He's pretty low on the board, 22 overall.
But they don't need
any.
Seems
like it might be a reach.
But here's the thing:
they don't need a couple linebackers that they need that position filled.
But
they did take a positionless linebacker last year. Could they do it again?
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense for them
because it took them so long to figure out how to use them.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. They need someone that plugs in and makes a difference. And Vera Tucker's close to being a Pro Bowl guard as you can get.
All right, Vera Tucker, it is.
Let's do it. All right, we're halfway through the first round. Let's get it.
Raiders.
Tevin
Think
Jenkins.
of the dumbest pick that we can make, and then let's do it.
Tevin Jenkins makes sense. He's violent. He's powerful. He's athletic. Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah, they just traded Trent Brown to the Patriots again, so they have a hole at right tackle.
I don't know who their linebackers are, so Zaven Collins might make sense. Joke
Caleb
might
Farley
make
makes
sense.
sense. Who cares if he can't play this year? He like his grit.
I think Gruden might.
Yeah. He's got a 30-year contract. He don't care.
He really
who's
does.
playing.
He makes some dumbass decisions with his picks.
So, what's their linebackers look like? They got Nick whatever from the Bears.
Kwiatkowski.
And that's it, really? So, I can see them taking Joke because they cut their safety. And they signed the safety from a long time ago.
They signed Carl Joseph back.
Yeah. So, Joke, Zaven Collins because he's like an edge, and Tevin
What
Jenkins.
position group are we looking at here for them?
Linebacker, because I can only name one.
No, they got your goat Tanner Muse at linebacker.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say Tevin Jenkins.
They got Corey Littleton.
Oh, I forgot about
coverage.
I forgot
Nick
about that.
Kwiatkowski is like the run stuffer. Javen White from UNLV, James Nwalu, Nicholas Morrow, and Asmar Bilal. So they could definitely add a linebacker at some point in the draft. I just don't think it'll be in the first round. So Tevin Jenkins locking it in.
Hold on. The only thing about that, we already locked it in, but didn't they just sign a right tackle to a multi-year deal?
I don't think so.
The guy, he's like 6'8". Is he a left tackle or a right tackle? They drafted him.
Oh, Colton Miller's a left tackle.
Okay, good. Yes, I love my pick then. Yeah.
He played right tackle as a rookie, but they moved him to left tackle like 2 years ago. So, all right. Dolphins are up. And
Zaven
Dolphins
Who did we get him first time?
They got Jamar Chase.
Let's see.
They need a replace. So edge is up there, right? But
running back, a linebacker.
Zaven Collins or Joke is someone that they can play who can do multiple things. Zaven Collins can rush the passer, so can Joke's kind of weird. They need that Kyle Van Noy replacement. They don't have it.
I feel like if they needed Kyle Van Noy, they wouldn't have cut him.
He makes too much money. There's no need to do it.
They gave him that contract
a year ago.
Okay, you give your we gave someone a contract like 10 void years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean we're gonna pay them. We're gonna void those years and move on.
These weren't voided though. Like they legit had to eat dead money to cut him.
Yeah, that's why. But they need a corner. They need a linebacker. And
they don't need a corner.
I meant
they have a really good corner duo.
Yeah. They need a linebacker, and I'm saying, and Zaven Collins to me.
An edge.
I like the edge in the second round. I like the bottom end of this edge class.
There's an edge right here. Miami.
I'm going to stay out of this one.
It's interesting.
I'm going to stay out of this one. But my opinion, if I was them, I would go Zaven Collins. But I'm going to stay out of this one.
He might just be an edge.
I'm going to stay out of this.
He's 270 pounds.
Hey, there you go. See how that makes sense to me? And a multiple front, he can do multiple things. But I'm going to stay out of this because you know why.
But why would you take a guy who might be an edge?
Because they need a linebacker.
Who is the best edge in the class.
Because they need a linebacker, right?
They also need edge. Edge is higher on their need of lists.
That's why I said I'm going to take a back seat. If I was doing it, Zaven Collins would be the pick. But I'm going to back out of this.
CJ, what you think?
I'll go Phillips.
All right. Phillips it is. Boom. Caleb Farley?
Hurts. No. Let me see. What's the best on the board?
Caleb Farley.
This is a bad.
You take Zaven Collins. You wanted to give him to the Dolphins so bad.
This is but we don't need him.
You don't?
This is
Edge's number 2 need.
Yeah, but he's a stand-up edge, different.
Edge is one thing.
This is very bad for the Vikings. This would be worst case scenario. Because it's definitely pay at this point, and I don't want it to be. Keep going.
Pay, Ojolari, Rashad Bateman.
I would love it. I would love it, but Alex Leatherwood,
Newsom.
So
Merrick
right now,
to replace Anthony Harris.
we got Xavier Woods. We don't need a day one starter. Okay, so if I was the GM here, I hate these. I hate everything on this board.
This is why he wanted to leave Phillips on the board, CJ. His team was picking next.
That's why I backed out. I backed out of that. Real quick. But I would have went Xavier Collins. No, not even a joke. I would have went Xavier Collins. I just don't know what I would take here.
Well, you got Farley. We know Zim loves corners.
Yeah, I think so. So if I was the GM, I wouldn't take Farley. I don't know what I would take. Scroll down a little bit for me.
So Farley, Collins, Barmore, JLK, Kwity Paye.
So Kwity Paye. I didn't know they have Joe that far up there. So Alex Leatherwood looks good.
You told me he stinks.
But as a left tackle, he does. I would not play him at left tackle. But
Who
in
are
this
you playing
case,
at left tackle?
Brian O'Neill. You made me say it out loud. You made me say it out loud.
Did.
So I'm the Vikings. My 3 picks would be Kwity Paye, which is probably the pick. Kwity Paye, and who else did I say? Bateman
Farley.
And Leatherwood. So we need a tackle very bad, or we need a tackle, or we need a guard really bad.
Are you willing to reach?
Is that a reach? Because we got a third. As long as we can get back into the second, nothing matters. But Bateman's very good at football.
He is. And he's from
Minnesota.
So if I was running this mock and I was mocking as the Vikings, this is when I would exit out of the browser. I'm going to be very honest.
All right, you got 5 seconds to make a choice.
If I'm going to be in the mind
3,
of the Vikings,
2, 1. Just
Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley is who I would take here.
CJ?
Hey, it's his pick.
No. I need y'all. I need some discourse. Don't lock it in. Y'all two pick.
I mean, Mike
Lock
Zimmer
it
does
in.
love corners. Zimmer loves corners, but I feel like you're in win now mode.
Okay.
And you don't really have an edge opposite.
I think you're right. I think you're right here. I think you're 100% right. Now, which edge do you like?
I'm going to go Paye. He's bigger
about
than
you?
Aziz. And it's too early for Joe for me.
All right. I kind of like that pick. I'm going to
Unless you
go
want
Kwity.
even.
I don't think Collins is it. We're going to get rid of Barr, but I don't think
I could definitely see him being a Barr replacement.
Yeah.
We'll go Paye, though.
Yeah, it makes the most sense. Fuck. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it, by the way. I hate it.
All right.
Patriots.
Do
we think
Xavier
they take
Collins.
Farley?
No, it's Collins.
You're right.
It's Collins, yeah,
definitely
100%.
CJ, you agree?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Colts are definitely taking your offensive tackle.
Yep.
So who's the best one available?
Liam Eichenberg is who I would take.
That's a big reach.
I don't think it is. He fits their scheme so well. I don't think it's Cosme. It's not Cosme.
No, Cosme needs too much work.
So it's Liam or Alex. And I personally would not put Alex at the left tackle. So I would go Liam Eichenberg. And I read something today that the league's higher than him, than anyone else is, than like the media. Mm-hmm. And he's a left tackle ready to play. Like ready to play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's my vote. That's a reach, but that's my vote. Does that make sense to you? Yeah.
Yeah, but they need offensive tackle, and he's more pro ready.
All right, let's see who we at. Titans.
Yep, Titans. They cut Adoree Jackson, so they need a corner. Caleb Farley is still on the board.
They don't have.
They just lost Corey Davis.
Yeah,
So-
and Adam and Humphrey.
Yeah, and Humphries.
And they traded their first round pick from last year, Isaiah Wilson, to the Dolphins because
Trash.
Correct.
Does that trade get void because he didn't?
no,
No, I don't think the Dolphins cut him, did they?
They did.
Oh, they
Like,
did?
immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if you're them, you're in win now mode, right? So do you go
Yeah,
Caleb Farley
obviously.
or do you go Greg Newsome here?
I don't think they take a corner here.
I think they
actually.
go Bateman.
I think they go Bateman or offensive tackle.
I think the offensive tackle line is like so bare right now that you wouldn't dip into it.
I think they
Who
could put Leatherwood at right tackle.
Oh, you're right. That's not bad, but I think they go corner. But yeah,
I think they go Bateman.
Bateman makes the most sense.
He's like a perfect Corey Davis
Yeah.
replacement, and he might be
Yeah.
better.
I would go Bateman right
Because
now.
they just lost Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith, so they definitely need another pass catcher.
You're right. I would do that. I would do that too.
Jets.
Farley
Jets.
Farley all day.
Yeah, because they got their quarterback on a rookie contract right now. So they're not
Yeah.
necessarily in win now mode. They can afford to wait on him to.
How
get
long
healthy.
is he supposed to be out?
Nobody
Not-
knows. He had back
So-
surgery, so he could be ready to play week 1.
The NFL doctor said he's ready to go. It was like a quick in and out surgery. So yeah, we're done with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Farley.
Travis or
It's
Najee?
Najee, 100% Najee.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah. No argument.
He
Now
just
the
fits what they
Jags.
do so much.
Why do they need a wide receiver? I was like looking at this and I was like, why do they need a wide receiver?
Because all they have is Shark.
Hey, I'm going joke here, by the way.
Nah, they got a good linebacker already.
No, he's a safety to me, buddy.
Do they have a good safety? No, they just
They-
traded what's his name?
Yeah, he said he didn't want to be
Ronnie
here.
Harrison. to the
I like
Browns.
either him or I don't know, Cosme, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I'm looking at the Jags roster right now. At wide receiver, they have DJ Shark, Laviska Chenault,
Yeah, he played pretty good.
Colin Johnson.
I don't know who that is.
He was a rookie last year, 6'6".
Oh yeah,
big dude from
now-
Texas.
yeah.
They signed Marvin Jones and Jamal Agnew from the Lions.
Yeah,
He's a wide
yeah,
receiver?
yeah.
Agnew made the switch to receiver. They also have Philip Dorsett, Colts legend,
That's a
Oh,
running
yeah.
back.
and Josh Hammond. No, these are all receivers. And John Vay Johnson.
So we're going tackle or safety here. Oh, Morgan.
Who's available?
Where at? What
Uh,
do we?
So Barmore is the best available right now. JOK also available. Ooh, Aziz to play opposite Josh Allen.
I don't like Aziz, so I'm never going to vote for him. So you're just
Joe
getting him.
Tryon. Greg Newsome to pair with what's his name from last year? Kyle, help me
Yeah.
out. Your boy.
CJ Henderson.
That's him. Or Alex Leatherwood. They just franchise tagged their current left tackle, who was also the left tackle from Alabama, Cam Robinson. He gives them some insurance.
Yeah, you protect Trevor.
Or they can go safety.
Yeah, if I'm going safety, I'm going joke, but I don't mind Morrig here. He's
Yeah, I
6'1". He's 6'1" and a freak.
Yeah, they probably play him as a safety. So this is a linebacker, but he's a defensive weapon. So
Yeah.
JOK, Jeremiah Usa-Koromoa.
Do they need an edge? Would you consider them? I would go Christian Barmore here, 100%.
Yeah.
They just cut Sheldon Richardson. This is easy, right?
They could also bring him back, and I don't think Clowney is an edge.
What is he?
He's an interior defensive lineman. He's a 3-tech.
So
I think they could go Ojulari here.
I don't like that.
I mean, you just think about this. You got Myles Garrett on the outside. Who's the defensive tackle they have now?
I don't know, but it's not the good one.
Looking at their roster. Let's see. Defensive tackle. Oh, they got DJ Reader, Larry Ogunjobi. Okay, so on third down passing situations, you sub out DJ Reader.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You slide Clowney in from defensive end to defensive tackle. So you got Myles Garrett, Larry Ogunjobi, Clowney, and Azeez Ojulari.
I'm fine with that.
That feels like a pretty good fit.
Joe Tyron, but I feel like he's going to fall. I think they just have him listed way up. I think they just wanted to change the rankings. I wouldn't get him that early, but he fits in 26 for 26. But Azeez is more ready to play, I think.
Yeah, I think he's more pass rush ready right now, and that's what they need is like a pass rush specialist.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I like Azeez there. Now the Ravens.
Who wide receivers available?
Is he still there?
They're not taking Elijah Moore in. They're going to take. They're not. Moore. They're not. Are you looking for your boy? Because he's down.
No, I couldn't remember if we already did Rashad Bateman, but we did.
Yeah, we did.
Bateman's gone.
We're gonna go edge here.
Would it be Tryon?
That sounds like a reach. I don't know. I don't know what the word is on Tyrants. I didn't watch him. Yes, that or Leatherwood because they're gonna move someone.
Yeah, he probably gets moved during the draft actually, but
you think they would take? Yeah, I wouldn't do that early.
Do what?
Take another tackle that early. You can get. There's so many tackles in this class. I don't know.
Are there?
Oh my God! What if they went Jason the Penn State guy?
Oh, ooh, I like it. I think I liked it.
Yeah, that or Morig. So it's up to y'all.
I think it's too early for Tryon. Who else is that? Yeah, it's too early for the rest of the edges. I think Owa.
You like it here?
I mean, it's still probably early for him, but his testing, he's got to go first round, and there's only a couple more picks. So I think they could. They do love Alabama players, though. So Leatherwood
makes sense because they're going to move him, but then it's like you traded the guy to immediately take it, and that value. And they're like, apparently they're like, so like they did a statistic, like the study. I don't know if you read it. It was like the Ravens are like they always take the best player. They did a study of who took the best player of every round, and it's always the Ravens. So technically they would take Christian Barmore, but there's no room for that on their team. So you would go like. Alex Leatherwood makes no sense because you're trading a player to not get a first round pick to use a first round pick on the replacement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if they get a second round pick for him,
they're not. Well, yeah, that's his if.
Or I mean, what if one of these next couple teams wants a tackle? They take Leatherwood. Now they're like, hey, you can give us your first round pick and we'll give you a third for Orlando Brown Jr.
I don't know. I think who's their edges? Didn't they lose every edge?
Yeah, they lost a good bit of edges.
You got to take an edge here, right?
But they don't draft for need.
You're right, but it matches up. He's the best left player.
Is he though?
Well, it's Christian Barmore or him.
Let's see. They have Calais Campbell and Derek Wolfe at defensive end.
Oh, big Wolf fan, huh?
Defensive tackle, they have Aaron Crawford, Justin Ellis, Braxton Hoyt, Justin Matabuki, Broderick
Yeah,
Washington,
the man's Metaduki.
and Brandon Williams.
Don't they have the turtle guy on their team?
What turtle guy?
Last name's Turtle. Or first name's Turtle, I don't know.
I'm not seeing a turtle, at least not on the defensive line.
What do you think, CJ?
I don't think anything, to be honest.
Oh, outside linebacker, they have Tyus Bowser and Jalen Ferguson and Chauncey.
Oh yeah, they got Bowser. They signed
So
him.
they got some young.
Joe Tyron's my pick here, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
It's too early for him. I don't think he's that good.
What would you do? If you're the GM right now, what would you do? Would you go Morgan?
Yeah, Morrig or Leatherwood? Maybe Owa. I could see Owa actually.
Yeah. That actually makes more sense. He actually fits that style of defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Owa.
I think Morrig goes here.
Who?
Morrig.
I think Newsom goes here. Corner's their number one need. Marshawn Lattimore's only 5'10", 5'11". They could use a corner with some size opposite him.
Yeah, I would do that.
But I do like Merrick here too, because Marcus Williams is on the franchise tag.
That's actually a good point.
I think they go DB here. I just don't know if they go corner or safety. What do you guys think?
I mean, Morrig's one of my favorites. He's my favorite safety in this draft.
I mean, I think he's most people's favorite safety. He's the best one, at least. But
we already took the best safety in the class. Anyways.
No, but he's still there. Let's see.
I don't know.
Who are the other corners on the Saints roster?
Eli Apple? No, I'm joking. I don't know. Marcus Williams got cut, didn't he?
No, he got franchise tagged.
No.
But he's a safety.
Because there are not many Jewish cops, or because you don't hear a lot about Jewish cops?
All right, so safety. They got Malcolm Jenkins, Marcus Williams, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So they only have 3 safeties. They could definitely add another safety. Let's check corners. Grant Haley, Marshawn Lattimore, Patrick Robinson, JT Gray, Keith Washington, PJ Williams.
Yeah,
I think it's corner here.
I know like one of those names.
Yeah, they definitely need better corners.
And Greg Newsome, he feels like a boring quarterback.
All right, here we go. Trade up. Kellen Mond, first round pick. Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Wait, who's trading up?
No, it was a joke.
Yeah, they're actually going to trade up to himself and give the picks to someone else.
Whoever we can piss off Aaron Rodgers with the most.
Alex Leatherwood right here.
Yeah, he actually did test really well too, and they're a big testing team.
So this would be my 2 picks: Alex Leatherwood or Moore.
What about? No, that wouldn't be a good pick.
I think it's a Leatherwood.
What was you about to say? Say it. Get it off your chest.
Go ahead, CJ.
I was going to say Travis Etienne, but that doesn't make sense.
It kind of doesn't. It kind of does.
But I think that's
Alex Leatherwood makes sense here.
I actually like Alex Leatherwood.
But Travis Etienne makes sense here.
Do they have a center? Hey, do they have a center?
Who?
The Packers.
No,
Landon
Corey
Dickerson.
Lindsley just left, didn't he?
Landon Dickerson makes sense here.
They would take Creed Humphrey before they take Landon Dickerson.
Yes, but I think Creed's more of a reach. He's like a better Bradbury. You wouldn't.
They have Jake Hansen, the center from Oregon from last year.
You're right. But yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
They already took Leatherwood.
Yeah.
ETN for sure here.
Yeah, Bills, ETN.
Yeah.
Warwick?
Sam Cosme right now. Lock it in.
They definitely need offensive tackle, specifically a left tackle, because they cut Mitch Schwartz and what's his name?
Eric
Fisher. So yeah, Cosme here. Ooh, actually, can we see a reach in Brady Christensen?
He's 24 years old.
Exactly. So he's pro ready. Unlike Samuel Cosme.
It's up to you. If you want to take some stinky, I don't know. I'd rather take Dylan Radunz before I take Brady Christensen in the first round.
No, you're a big Brady Christensen fan. Don't lie.
Did they? Oh, they bumped up Spencer Brown. I see.
Yeah, Stone Forsythe too.
Yeah, Stone Forsythe's getting a lot of hype right now. It's just so funny. I watch people tweet about things and then watch them climb up boards. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think Cosme here.
Yeah. And this is pure luxury right here. Right?
Do they take Barmore?
I can see them trading back. It's for somebody sneaking in.
Who's trading up?
Yeah, you don't need to.
Usually you trade up for a quarterback.
Yes.
Kellen Mond or Davis Mills? Anybody trading up for them?
Let's see. Who didn't take a quarterback early that week?
Let's see.
Maybe the Broncos?
Oh, the Broncos and Kellen Mond sound like a match made in heaven, but I wouldn't trade that far up.
Let's see. Who's the team that needed a quarterback? So we had Trevor Lawrence go to the Jags. Jets got one. 49ers, Falcons. The Panthers could definitely use one. We got.
I think this is BPA. This is BPA, and it's pure luxury because they don't need anything. They have the only team ever to bring all 900 starters back and add players.
Yeah, but they brought most of them back for only 1 year deals, like actually there for 1 year. They signed like 6-year deals with affordable years.
All right, so all right. So what's the first thing you need to place? Godwin?
Yeah. I got the perfect Godwin replacement.
Tootie?
No.
Oh, Terrace Marshall.
Terrace Marshall Jr.
Yeah, do it. I would take probably more because of Speedy Boys, and they already have the tall big boy.
They do, but they also have Scotty Miller as their smaller, quick dude.
True. Yeah, I don't like the pick.
I could see them taking Elijah Moore. He could replace like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying.
But they also have a player who's already like that size in Scotty Miller.
Yeah, I think
who's under contract for multiple years. Chris Godwin's only under contract for 1 year.
Tooney makes sense though because he can play in the slot this year. But they already, I don't know, they already have
Terrace Marshall.
Yeah, big slot. The guy's 6'3". Yeah, but yeah, I like Terrace Monster. He's in my top 5 receivers, so I'm not saying no. I'm just trying to fit. See how high Nico Robbins is? Or Nico Collins? I don't know why I said Robbins. Look at that. 73. Yeah, I'm good with all that.
Could the Bucks take a quarterback?
They could develop him. I could see like a.
I feel like this is bad.
A Davis Mills would make sense.
The Bucks go back to the Jimbo Fisher quarterback well?
I don't like this at all.
No, if they take a quarterback, Tom Brady might retire.
No, he'll just get angry and just try to play for another 17 years.
No, he's not Aaron Rodgers. Tight end? Ooh. Could they take Freiermuth?
That's still a reach.
Is it? I think he's gone by the next pick. The Jags with the next pick. He's 100% the Jags' 33rd pick.
Wouldn't it make sense for the Jags to take a running back?
No, running backs don't matter. They had an undrafted free agent run for 1,000 yards.
Oh yeah,
last year.
I forgot that the guy's an absolute stud.
All right, let's make the pick.
Yeah.
This is late.
It is late. Terrace Marshall.
Darren Munster is the pick.
Boop.
All right.
And there it is, people. That is our official draft. Save that, and we'll post the full mock on our Twitter page so everyone can check it out. And then we can debate about it. We can talk about how close our mocks was to the actual draft next week or the week after the draft. Some more draft coverage coming up.
Quick question.
Yes.
Right.
Before we go, it's probably going to be me and Jonathan hitting the show up the third if we do Thursday next week before the draft. So, CJ.
Yes.
Real quick question for you.
Okay.
Who do you want most in the first round, and who do you want the least in the first round?
Parsons.
You want the most or the least?
Most. The least. I don't know. I mean, as long as we either dress linebacker or offensive line, I'm happy. Least will have to be a quarterback.
So you want Mac Jones?
I do not.
He says sell the farm for Mac Jones. Okay.
If the only person I'm willing to sell the farm for is if somehow, some way, Trey Lance or Justin Fields slide past 4.
Yeah. I wouldn't move up for Trey Lance, but if Trey Lance hit 14 and my team didn't pick it, I'd probably shed a single tear.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like I like the early second tier guys, quarterbacks, and have them sit. Like Kellen Mond or Davis Mills. Kyle Trask, I'm not a fan. But those two guys I wouldn't be mad if we got in the second round. And we got like a guy who can play right now in the first. I'll be okay with that.
So Mac Jones in the first. Bet. For me,
Don't be wishing no evils on me.
as a Panthers fan, I already said the list of guys I want. I think there's 5 guys who could reasonably fall to 8 who I would not trade back from, and that is Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Penei Sewell, Kyle Pitts, and Jamar Chase. Yeah, I want one of those guys. I'm not picky. I'll take any of them that falls to 8. If all 5 of those guys are gone, I do not want Slater at 8. I would rather trade back and try to trade back to maybe with the Chargers at 13. They go up for Slater. Take him at 8, but we take Darrisaw at 13. I would be pretty pleased with that. Or maybe one of the corners falls to 13. Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, even Caleb Farley. We're not winning this year. It don't matter. We can wait for him to get healthy. But, yeah, that's worst case. We draft Mac Jones at 8.
I have 3 wishes. I'm going to be realistic when it comes to this. Waddle would be my dream. If Waddle was there, my dream. Trey Lance, second dream. Oregon tackle, cool. They're not going to make it. So in any order, I'm cool with Jalen Phillips at 14, I can do it. Lock it in. Or Christian Darrisaw at 14, I can lock it in. Worst case scenario is we stick and we pick someone that I actually like, so it doesn't hurt me that bad. AVT at 14.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
I think it's not value. I think we can trade back because there's going to be something on the board. He's going to be good. So I'm going to be like, oh, darn, we took a guard at 14. But I actually don't want pay at 14. So I would say that pay an AVT at 14 is my like. I'm okay with it, but I don't like it. But if you give me a cornerback at 14, I might cry.
All right.
Fair.
We don't want to see Kyle cry. And I don't want to see Kyle Trask either. So, yes, next week we have a little pre-show for the draft. Kyle and Jonathan will be taking over, doing the draft thing, and then we'll be coming back together to check out the fallout from the draft. Are we going to be all sad? Are we going to be happy? Who knows?
I'm most likely going to be sad.
Yeah,
I have zero faith in the Panthers.
Well, I don't know. See, I'm scared about this new regime. Like we have a whole new regime now. Like, if Kyle Smith was still ahead of our drafting and our scouting, I'd be like, okay, I believe in Kyle Smith. So I know the Falcons are going to do something phenomenal at 4. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's all we got for you guys tonight. Love the shirt, Kyle. Chunky boy. Definitely.
Chunky boy season.
Chunky boy summer is coming. If you fucks with the shirts, let us know. And we can make that link available for you guys. Also, yeah, great show, guys. Any final words that you want to say before we get out of here?
Are we posting the mock tonight?
Tonight, tomorrow. It is already tomorrow, so it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Tomorrow
I'll post it right now. It'll be there when you check in the morning. It's a late show. If you stuck around with us, we appreciate it. If you didn't, we understand. We went a little bit later tonight than we would have liked. But it happens. You know, it was a good draft.
It was a good draft, good live draft. We're excited for the draft in 1 week's time. And it'll be phenomenal. And yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys tonight. But we'll catch you guys next week. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.
See you.